Well, it's raining and we have a shelter-in-place order, so you know what that means. It's time to do some modeling here on the Crescent Shores in Leverington. Today's projects are finishing the Art Deco highway overpass from Walthers, which I have partially assembled and will show you in a minute, and building the urban steel overpass. Together, these two structures will make up the bridge and viaduct near the station area, and I think should give a really cool effect. Well, I got the two basic spans of the bridges assembled. Actually, I had the whole thing assembled, but in pieces right now. And I've got them with the first coat of paint. I think the paint's a pretty good color match for what I'm going for. I'll try to put a picture up on the screen right about now. And it's currently under plastic wrap in the fridge because I mixed a batch and I really don't want to have to try to match this color again. So we're going to let this dry and then go back over for a second coat. Also, if you'd like to see more of how this scene is going to come together and many others on my layout, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. So, what's new? Well, as you saw in the intro clips, no running shots this time, but I have finished assembling and painting the bridges. That's still roughed in and I'm installing the roads, but that is what this little viaduct section is going to look like. I'll come up with some sort of, permanent stand for the station here. It's going to be pink board, but it's going to be something that fits really well into that little gap. One of the things I've done is taken the piers from this, which is 2/3 of the Art Deco bridge by Walthers, and use them sort of side by side as elevated station entrances. That's sort of the look that I'm going for, where I've taken the end piers from this bridge and I put the other one over here. They don't all fit together perfectly, but I think it fits together well enough that I like the look that I've ended up with here. So that took pretty much all of yesterday to get those. Well, get the one on the left, the Walthers highway overpass assembled and then painted, and to also paint this bridge, since I wanted to use, the same color. Just a random thought about this Walthers Art Deco highway overpass. It reminds me of a story you hear in marketing classes and, about knowing your customers, and how, I think it was Bisquick. They figured out how to do Bisquick without an egg, but it didn't do well in focus groups. And what they found out was that if, people weren't adding enough ingredients to the mix, they didn't really feel like they were cooking. They felt like they were cheating. And I think this bridge kit kind of goes by the same principle, because there's absolutely no reason that all this little separate detail along the top here and on the bottom should have been separately applied, but it is. So that kit took me probably the better part of 2 hours to put together, including drying time, when it really all could have just been a couple of pieces of injection molded plastic. But at the end of the day, I think it came out looking pretty good. You can kind of see the setup that we're going to have with streets here. The main street down here is going to get more buildings like this. I'm probably going to overall more than double the number of commercial buildings on the layout, which I'm really excited about. And this area up here is going to become a residential neighborhood. Like you can see, there's also going to be more houses kind of over here facing another street off layout, kind of like I have with my little suburban scene over there. What else have I been up to? I got the yard ballasted, and we're still drying some of the ballast here. Got the switches painted and ballasted up to that point. I don't want to do too much on either end by the bridges, because I may have to pick the track up a little bit to get my bridge solutions fitted. And I started coming across this way on the Venice Island Industrial track with ballasting this section as well. And just a little bit more retaining wall over here. Hard to see, but that was installed today. And, the remaining areas here, like this little area is going to get retaining walls. Anywhere where you see pink board facing in on the layout, is either going to get sculpt-a-mold or a retaining wall. So I may need to buy a little bit more stock to get that done, but using, some kind of just styrene sheet. But yeah, I am very happy with the progress that's been made so far. So let me know what you think. And I will, probably be posting another update next weekend or the weekend after that. All depends on how much work I get done. Thanks, guys. Bye.